So in this video, I'm going to walk you through what I believe is hands down the best digital marketing strategy for any business that needs to generate high quality leads and appointments with their ideal clients. And what makes this strategy different to other digital marketing strategies that are out there is that this strategy is focused on three main things. Number one, it's evergreen, which means you do the work once and you can reap the rewards for many months and years into the future without doing any additional work. Number two, it's automated, which means again, you just set up the system once and it can bring in new leads, appointments, and clients for you every single month on autopilot. And number three, it's profitable. So there's a lot of strategies out there that either take a lot of time. So maybe that time would require you to be reaching out to people manually, cold calling people, cold emailing people, and doing a lot of prospecting, which is fine in the beginning. But as you start to grow your business, you'll notice that when you keep trading your time in order to generate more leads and clients in this way, you actually end up getting diminishing returns. And the other way that you could generate leads with marketing strategies that are not as profitable as what I'm about to show you here are with more traditional marketing strategies, things that just build up your brand awareness. That could be things like just posting on social media every day, which is something I used to do going back quite a few years now in my business. And if you've ever done anything like that, you'll know that sure, you get a lot of views and maybe some likes and comments and things like that, but you don't really generate that many leads, appointments, and clients. So this is more about the strategies that generate the best results, the biggest outputs for the smallest amount of input on your end. So let's get started with how the strategy works step by step, and starting with step one, which is to create what I call an automated appointment funnel. So I'm going to walk you through my funnel just to show you how it all works step by step. And just keep in mind, you can do the same thing for your own business. So the first thing you need to do is have an opt-in page, and you need to link to this opt-in page everywhere on your website, and not just your website, but wherever you are marketing online, or even if you're marketing offline, you just want to link to your opt-in page everywhere, because the more people that go to your opt-in page, the more leads, appointments, and clients that you'll get from the sales funnel. So here's an example of my opt-in page. If we go here, you can see that I just have a very simple opt-in page where people just enter their name and email in order to watch a free educational video. And the reason they would do this is because by entering their name and email, they'll be able to learn how to solve this big, painful problem that they have. So in my business, I help other businesses get predictable appointments every single month. And I have a more detailed video that goes through step by step how that all works. So if people want to watch that video, they just have to enter their name and email, and then we'll send them a copy of the video. So you want to do the same thing in your business. You want to have a big problem that you solve for your clients, and you want to explain to them how you can solve this problem in a way where they get a tangible outcome. Now, it has to be a tangible outcome, because here's the thing. If you just say to people, or if I just said, for example, how to get more appointments, it wouldn't be as impactful as how to get 10, 15, 30 or more appointments, or more predictable appointments each month. So when you're specific, it helps people to visualize the result. And when they can visualize the result, they're more likely to take action, because they can visualize what that end result will mean to them in their life or in their business. So this is important whether you're in B2B or B2C. It doesn't matter. I've worked with both B2B and B2C clients. And the important thing is that you must be specific with a tangible outcome, as specific as you possibly can. The other thing you want to do is then you want to have a subheading which tells people what are some of the things that they can avoid doing, things that maybe they've tried in the past that haven't worked really well, or things that they just don't have any desire in doing. So in my business, this would be things like, cold calling, networking, or relying on referrals, or anything like that, right? So those kind of traditional strategies, which are, by the way, things that I used to do in my own business when I first started. And I'm not saying that they don't work. I do think they can work. I mean, they worked for me many years ago, but the reality is that there are just much better strategies, better marketing strategies out there in order to generate more leads, appointments, and clients. So in your business, think about how can you do the same thing? How can you explain to people a big, painful problem that you solve for them? And then how can you also, in a subheading, tell them what are the problems they'll avoid by doing this? Another alternative that you could use for the subheading could be creating curiosity by saying something like, by making one simple change to your marketing, or to your finances, or to your life, or to something, right? But using the phrase by making one simple change, that can also create a lot of curiosity, because people are going to think, what is that one simple change? The important thing to keep in mind on your opt-in page as well is not to tell people what is the solution. So you'll notice I don't say that you can do this with Facebook ads, or with SEO, or with YouTube, or blogging, or anything like that. I don't tell people the solution. solution, because that will kill your conversion rates. And again, I recommend that you do the same. Don't give away the solution, because if I was to say something like learn how to do this with Facebook ads, people will go to this page and they'll think, oh, Facebook ads, I've either already tried that and it hasn't worked for me, so this is not going to work for me. Or they'll think, oh, Facebook ads, I'm not really interested in, generating leads with Facebook ads. Now, you'll always get a small percentage of your audience that will be specifically interested in that thing that you mentioned, like Facebook ads, but you're going to miss out on so many other people that are not interested in that specific solution. So don't tell people what the solution is until they enter their name and email. Then once you have their name and email, you've got their contact information, then you can go through and tell them what your solution is. And even if your solution is Facebook ads, right? Or it is something that maybe that they've tried in the past that hasn't worked well, it doesn't matter at this point, because what we can do on the next stage after they've entered their name and email, we can get them to watch a video. And in that video, you can actually explain to those people why your strategy or your solution is different and better than those alternative solutions that are out there. So even if it was Facebook ads, you can say to people, hey, look, I know you've tried Facebook ads in the past. I know it hasn't worked for you, and this is why it hasn't worked for you. And you can just go through XYZ as to why Facebook ads maybe hasn't worked for them in the past. And then if you can explain to them why what they've tried in the past hasn't worked, and then explain to them in a logical way why that is and what they need to do instead, they'll be more inclined to listen to your solution. So this is all to do with your video. And this is the second step you need in your digital marketing strategy. So you need a video, or what we call a video sales letter, which basically goes through how you can solve this big painful problem in more detail. It goes through what are some other alternative solutions to this problem, and then why is your solution better than these alternative solutions. So if you want to see a real life example of how this works, I recommend that you just watch this video here, because you'll be able to see how I do all of this inside of this video. So if you want to watch this video, just click the link in the description below this video and you'll be able to watch my free masterclass training, which goes through how this all works in more detail, and just see how it is that I do it, so you can do the same kind of thing in your business. And then what will happen is people who like what they hear on the video, they'll be really excited and motivated to want to actually work with you. And this is what gets people to want to schedule a call in your calendar and book an appointment with you. And then as you can see here, there's a step where people can just click on a button to schedule a call and also fill out an application form. And when they do this, you'll then get a booked call in your calendar with someone that is actually looking forward to speaking with you. When you actually do this, if you haven't already got this system in your business and you implement it, you'll see the difference like night and day. I mean, I've had so many clients tell me in the past that they were chasing leads before having a video or anything like that, or they were getting leads to fill in some sort of form online. It could be through a Facebook ad or something like that. And they are literally chasing leads to get an appointment. And it's a very, very, very difficult uphill battle to get appointments and get good quality appointments with people when you're generating leads that way, because people don't really know you, like you, or trust you yet. So why would they want to speak with you? Whereas if you do it this way, you get people to watch a video first that explains how you can help them, and then they are the ones that schedule a call in your calendar, you'll notice that people who book a call with you will be much better quality prospects. And the sales call will also be so much easier as well, because it won't really feel like much of a sales call. Most of the time, the people that I already speak to, they're 80% sold, and they maybe just have a few questions that they want answered before moving forward. So this is the power of having a video sales letter like this. Now, this on its own is a really good start, but it's still not enough to convert as many leads as possible, because what will happen with the sales funnel, and this happens with every marketing campaign, you'll get X amount of leads who watch the video and convert into an appointment, but the majority of leads will not schedule a call and they will not book an appointment. And it could be because maybe they watched the video and they thought, yeah, this isn't for me, or this isn't the right time for me and my business, or maybe this sounds good, but I still don't quite believe you can really do what you say you can do. It could be hundreds of different reasons. And this is where the next step in the process comes in. This is where you now need to follow up with your leads, but don't follow up with your leads manually. You need to follow up with your leads automatically. So that's step 3 of the process. So you need to follow up with your leads automatically. Now, when it comes to creating follow-up emails, I recommend that you create a follow-up email sequence, kind of like the one that you see here. So these are weekly emails that go out once a week. I actually have different sequences. So in my business, I have 2 sequences, one that goes out once a week on Tuesday and one that goes out once a week on Thursday. The one that goes out on Tuesday is providing value to people and just giving away some free information, like like some tips or YouTube videos or blog content or just advice and educational content like that. And then the one that I send out every Thursday, I basically share different client results. So if you go to my website and click on results, you'll be able to see different client case studies and testimonials and things like that. And I just share some of these client testimonials and case studies and success stories to those on my email list. And again, I just do this once a week. And I recommend that you create a sequence where you just keep adding emails every week into this sequence. And the reason I recommend that you do it this way instead of just sending out a broadcast, which is what a lot of other people are doing, is that when you send out an email broadcast, that email just goes out once and then that's it. The email's gone. The email's lost. Any new leads that you get, they're not going to see that email you created. So it's not very evergreen. And remember, at the beginning of this video, I said that I want to use evergreen marketing strategies that you just implement once and you can reap the rewards for months and years into the future. So I literally have years worth of follow-up emails that go out to my leads and I don't even have to think about it anymore. Every time I get a new lead, I know it's really just a matter of time that they will convert. And obviously not everyone converts, but because I've been doing this for so long, I know that there is a very good chance that they will convert and it's just a matter of time. And I've seen leads convert in my own business, not just within a few weeks or a few months, but I've seen leads convert literally in years since they became a lead. And they've converted because they've been receiving my follow-up emails and either it suddenly became the right time for them and their business to move forward, or because of the content that they were receiving through these follow-up emails, it had been building up so much trust with them that eventually they trusted me enough to actually decide to work with me and move forward. And that's the power of having these follow-up emails. Now, in the beginning, yes, it does take some work to set up these emails. You're not going to have years worth of weekly emails straight away, but you can just start building it up one by one, right? And then eventually you will have years worth of emails that every time you get a new lead, those leads are going to be nurtured and followed up with automatically, and you don't even have to think about it. So you might also be wondering, what kind of content do you say in these emails? And I kind of touched on it, but the two best types of content I've seen work best to convert leads into actual appointments and clients is number one, the client results that I mentioned. So sharing client case studies, success stories, and things like that. That does an amazing job at getting leads to convert because that's kind of like showing them proof that you can really do what you say you do. But even if you don't have any client testimonials or anything like that yet, or for whatever reason you can't use them right now, that's okay. You can still build up trust just by sending out educational content. So you could do this by sending people links to your YouTube videos. So if we just click on one of these emails as an example, you'll see here that the email just gives people a link to one of my YouTube videos. So if you click on this video, and you'll see this is a video I recorded a few months ago on the best lead generation strategy in 2025. And what I'll do, this is kind of like an evergreen video, a video that I just record once, and I'll be able to reap the rewards for years into the future. And every year, I'm just going to change the date on this video until it becomes outdated. And if the information in this video becomes outdated, then I'll just record another one. But I've got videos on YouTube that I've recorded years ago, and they're evergreen, right? I just record it once, and then they can generate new leads, appointments, and clients for years into the future. And that's what I recommend that you do with your follow-up emails. Send people a link to your YouTube videos, your blogs, and the content that you've created. And like I said, the content that I found convert best on the emails are the client results. And then probably the second best content that I found convert best is the YouTube videos, or links to your YouTube video where people can hear you and sometimes even see you. I have some videos where I do go on camera, other videos where I don't go on camera, like this one where I'm just sharing my screen. So I have a variety of different videos, and the goal behind these videos is to actually just show people how it works so they can actually go ahead and do it themselves if they wanted to. But what happens is a lot of people who watch the videos, they think this sounds great, I just don't want to do it myself, or I don't have the time to do it myself. Can you help me do it, or can you do it for me? And then that's when they can sign up to work with us, as we have both consulting and done for you packages where we can basically either help them do it or do it all for them. So once you've got your automated sales funnel ready to go, and you've got your video sales letter created and your follow-up emails ready to go, the next thing and the most important step of this whole process is to actually get traffic going into your funnel. Because at the end of the day, if no one sees your funnel, if no one sees your video sales letter, you're not going to get any new leads, appointments, and clients. So it's not going to work for you. So you need to have a way to get traffic. Now, there are literally hundreds of ways to get traffic, and some ways definitely work much better than others. So I've tried pretty much everything you can probably think of. And in this video, I'm just going to focus on the ones that I've seen work best in order to generate traffic that actually converts into leads, appointments, and clients. So there's really two two paths that you can take. You can go the free and slow way, which is where you create content. This will be creating content like YouTube videos, like this video that you're watching now. And there's literally hundreds of other videos that I've recorded on my YouTube channel, which all do the same thing. I'm providing value to people. I'm educating them. I'm showing them how to do different things related to digital marketing and lead generation. And then if people like what they hear in the video, they can click below the video to watch another video that goes into more detail how we can actually help them implement this strategy. And that will be covered in my free masterclass training. So that's why earlier in this video, I said to you, if you'd like to watch the video that I've recorded, the masterclass training, just click the link in the description of this video, because that will go through how it all works in more detail. And then there will be X amount of people that watch that video that don't want to do it themselves and they want help with doing this. And then they'll just reach out and schedule a call. And of course, not everyone's going to do that. And that's fine, because there will always be some who do. And that's the key thing you just got to remember. It's a bit of a numbers game. And the more content and the more videos that you record, the more leads, appointments, and clients you'll be able to get off the back of that. So creating content like YouTube videos and also blogs is probably my favorite channel, because it's super profitable. It's very evergreen. You just do the work once and you can reap the rewards for months and years into the future. And it's also very automated. I'm not trading my time to be able to get more leads, appointments, and clients. I just do the work once, and then that content can generate leads for months and years into the future. So I've touched on how to do this with YouTube. With blogging, it's very similar. You can actually just take the same video that you've recorded on YouTube and you can turn that into a blog, or vice versa. So that's why I do both. I usually create a blog and a video on the same topic. So just to kind of give you an example of this, if we go to Google and type in tax planning leads, you should see after the sponsored results that my YouTube video appears at the top of Google, and then my website also appears at the top of Google for this keyword. And this is just one of many different keywords that I'm ranking for, which are related to the services that I provide to my clients. So I have some for tax planning leads, I have some for annuity leads, for insurance agents and accountants, and also marketing agencies and consultants. And there's a whole bunch of different niches that I'm targeting with these keywords. Now, it's worth keeping in mind that I'm not targeting the super competitive words. So if you type something in like lead generation, you're not going to see my website at the top for lead generation. That is just going to have way too much competition. It's going to be very difficult to rank for that. I'm not even going to bother targeting keywords like that. So you're going to have like really big websites like Salesforce that are ranking for these kinds of keywords. But you can rank for smaller keywords which maybe don't get as much traffic, but the traffic that you do get from those keywords, they can convert really well because it's very specific. So all you got to do is think about your main keyword, the main keyword you want to rank for, and then just add some keywords, either before it or after it, and that will just make it easier to rank. So for example, another keyword that we could do is exclusive financial advisor leads. So if we type that into Google, you'll see that the website is ranked #1 for this keyword, and then you should see a YouTube video as well, again on the same topic, also ranked at the top for the YouTube video section here. And again, this is just one of many different keywords that you can rank for. So again, you want to try be as specific as possible when you're targeting these keywords, and try not to target things that are just going to generate a lot of views. Try and target things that are going to directly contribute to you getting clients. If someone types in how to get exclusive financial advisor leads and they're a financial advisor looking to get leads and they see my website or my video, there's a very high chance that they're going to convert. Whereas I can actually show you a great example of what not to do, and one of the mistakes I made in the past. If you type in, what is the best AI image generator tool for marketers or something like that, right? You'll see that this blog, it gets a lot of traffic, right? It gets over 4,000 clicks from Google organically every month, but I don't get any clients from this. Whereas the other articles, they might only get a few hundred visitors from Google every month, but those few hundred visitors are much, much better quality traffic. And again, that traffic converts into clients. So don't do the mistake that I did, where I just targeted things that I thought might kind of be semi-related to what I do, because I was thinking, oh, maybe if a marketer, because we work with some marketing agencies and we help them as well with getting leads. And I was thinking, well, if a marketer is looking for an AI image generator tool and then they stumbled on this article, they might then click onto my sales funnel and then they might become a client that way, but it just doesn't happen. So now I only focus on what are the keywords that are directly going to contribute to someone actually converting into a client. And those are the kind of keywords that I'm targeting in the content that I create. create. So that's what you could do. You could do the same kind of thing. You can target specific keywords that are likely to convert into clients. Now, the only problem with this is that it is very profitable, but it's very slow. You don't get instant results. You usually need to create a lot of content. I tell clients you need to create at least 50 pieces of content really before you start seeing any traction. So that could either be 50 blogs or 50 YouTube videos as a minimum. If you just create 5 or 10 or even 15, it's not really going to be enough to get any significant results. So you need to be a little bit consistent with this, and you do need to actually create more than just a few pieces of content for this to work. And usually, it does take some work in the beginning to create this content, which is why it can take months before you start seeing any results from this. But once it's done, 6 months down the line and you're ranking for all these different keywords, you're going to be very thankful that you put in the work now, because you're going to be able to reap the rewards for months and years into the future. Now, the other thing you can do if you want to get results much faster, and this would be the fast and paid way to get results, is by running paid ads. And the two ad channels that I've seen work best right now, and I've tried, again, pretty much all the advertising channels you can think of. And again, this is just what I've seen work best for me and my clients. And those would be Facebook ads and TikTok ads. Now, Facebook ads has been for a long time one of the best channels in generating leads through paid advertising, because a lot of people don't realize you can actually target the same kind of people that are searching on Google on Facebook ads as well, but for a much lower cost. And Facebook has millions and millions of people on that platform. So when I say Facebook ads, that also includes Instagram as well. They're all part of the same company. So that means you can generate leads in a very scalable way as well. And then TikTok ads is very similar to Facebook ads. The only difference is that it's not as big as Facebook. There's not that many people compared to Facebook on TikTok, but there are less advertisers, which is why for a lot of my clients, they actually get better results on TikTok ads, even in B2B, or even if they're targeting like high net worth individuals or, accredited investors and people with a lot of wealth. These people are on TikTok, but you can target them at a much lower cost compared to Facebook ads or other advertising channels that are out there. So what I typically recommend to clients is to test both for 30 days, both Facebook and TikTok ads, and just see which one works better for you. And then based on whatever one works better for you, you can then spend the rest of your budget on that channel. So the way that it works with Facebook and TikTok ads is that after you spend a few $1,000s on that channel, they will give you your cost per lead and your cost per appointment. And then once you know your cost per lead and cost per appointment, you can then decide how many appointments you want every single month. So for my clients, for example, the average cost per appointment ranges between $200 to $300. And it could be more or it could be less. It just depends on the industry, the location, who you're targeting, and a bunch of other variables like that. But essentially $200 to $300 is the average cost per appointment that I'm seeing. So that means, let's just say your average cost per appointment is $200 and you want 10 appointments 1 month with, let's say, Facebook ads. You would just pay $2,000 because $200 per appointment times 10 appointments equals $2,000. So if you want more appointments, you pay more. And if you want less appointments, you pay less. And that's pretty much how it works with Facebook ads. It's a very easy way to generate leads once everything is converting well. And it's also very scalable. But the biggest downside is that Facebook ads cost money. So even if everything's converting very well, Facebook are still going to take a chunk of your revenue or your profit in order to run the ads in the first place. So if you're wondering which channel should you use the organic channels or should you use paid ads? Which one is best? I'd say it really depends on which stage you are in your business. But the one thing I will say without a doubt, I do recommend doing the content. I do recommend doing the organic content channels such as YouTube, blogging, or both. Because even if you run Facebook ads, if you do the content, I found clients that create content and run Facebook ads, they get better results than clients that just run Facebook ads alone without the content. And I think that's because when people see your content, it actually helps your ads convert better as well, because it's another way that people can trust you and believe what it is that you're saying when they start watching your YouTube videos and reading your blogs and things like that. So that's why I recommend both if you can. Otherwise, we do have some clients that they only run ads and some clients that they only do the content stuff. But my favorite and the one that I think works the best is definitely the content stuff. And then if you want to add Facebook ads or TikTok ads or paid advertising on top of that, then great, that can help you get even better results, as long as you have the profit margins to be able to do that profitably. So if you'd like to learn more about how all of these strategies work in more detail, and if you want our help to actually implement all of this for you, then be sure to go check out the masterclass training that I've linked in the description of this video. And if you also go to our website and click on results, you can see some other client case studies, results, and things like that. We're very transparent with everything, so you can actually see our pricing, you can see how our services works in more detail, and you can see all of the information that you need before even scheduling a call with us. You can find it all on the website if you go go to skylinesocial.com. But again, as a first step, if you'd like to learn more, I recommend just watching the free masterclass training by clicking the link in the description of this video, because that goes through how it all works in more detail. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.